Okay, today's video is all about scientific notation. Remember that scientific notation is an easier way of writing large and small numbers to make it easier to write. We can also not only write numbers in scientific notation, but we can also take scientific notation and convert it back into numbers. So the first model problem, we're going to write a number in scientific notation. So that means I need to identify the original decimal and move that decimal in order to create a number between 1 and 10. So here's my number. It's a very small number, right? It's a number that is less than 1, but greater than 0, but it's very small. So here's the original decimal. I need to move this decimal to create a number, which is going to be A, in between 1 and 10. So I'm going to move it all the way back here because that number 4 is a number between 1 and 10. Now, n, remember, is your exponent, because we're going to write our scientific notation as a times 10 to the nth power. So a is going to be 4 times 10 to the what power? Now, very large numbers are going to get positive exponents. Very small numbers are going to get negative exponents. So I need to count all the digits between the old and the new decimal. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 digits. So since the n is 6, but since it's a small number, it's going to be a negative 6. So I know my exponent is going to be to the negative 6th power. Okay, and that is how we turn small numbers or large numbers into scientific notation. If this was a large number, like 4 million, then it would be 4 times 10 to the 6th power, positive 6. Okay, so now we are going to write this number that is already in scientific notation into standard notation, which is back into number form. So what I would like to do is you're going to move the decimal as many spaces as the nth power states. So here we have 7.305, that's my A, and my n is to the positive 9. Positive numbers are going to be moved to the right. Negative numbers, you're going to move the decimal to the left. So I know that I'm going to have a positive number. I'm going to have a large number because I'm going to move this decimal to the right and add zeros when needed. But I have 3 digits behind this decimal. So that means 1, 2, 3. I'm going to take that 3 and I'm going to subtract it from 9. And I'm going to get 6. So that means I need 6 zeros attached to this number. And after the 6th zero, that's where I'm going to place my new decimal. So it's going to be 7. And then here's 1, 2, 3, right? There's my 3 numbers that are already in the number. And then I'm going to follow that with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros, and then place my decimal. That's my number. I can place commas in if I want to, but for now, leave them out. They only leave room for error. Okay, so you can pause this video and try to check for understanding. Okay, now we have a very large number here. I know that because I don't see a decimal, so I know my decimal's at the end. And I need to find my A value. So I need to place my decimal somewhere in this number to create a number between 1 and 10. And I'm going to place it right here. Remember to always read the number to yourself just to make sure that number is in between 1 and 10. So I have 7.65. And my nth power would be the number of digits between old and new decimal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's my 9. Then I'm going to write it in scientific notation. 7.65 times 10 to the 9th power. Okay, do not include your commas as numbers to be counted. All right. Here we have another number. It's a small number, so we know I'm going to have a negative exponent. I can write that right away. And then I move my decimal to create a number between 1 and 10, and I have 2 digits between decimals. So 3 times 10 to the negative 2nd power. Now I'm going to, for number 3, I'm going to turn the scientific notation back into number form. So it's a negative exponent, so I know I'm moving my decimal to the left, so that's going to be a small number. I have 1 number here, so subtract 1, and I get 5 minus 1, which is 4. So that's going to be 4 zeros before that number 4. And there is my new number because I moved that decimal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units to the left. And finally, 6.108 times 10 to the 11th power, positive exponent, so it's going to be a very large number, moving it to the right. So we're going to subtract 3 because I have 3 digits after the decimal. That's an 8. So 8 zeros after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 decimal, and it's completed. Okay, and this is how we turn numbers into scientific notation.